Hi, welcome to the next vlog on our European vacation. Once again, I'm just going to do this on the fly because I really don't like doing scripted journals. This is day 5. This was the first day that we really didn't have serious tour plans. We had a Harry Potter tour planned. Unfortunately, I had to cancel out on it because I broke a tooth late yesterday, so I had to go for emergency dental here in London this morning. I got it built back up, but I'm gonna have to have it seen to when I get back stateside. But that rang me up for a nice £260. I'll let you do the Canadian conversion on that, where you'll probably put your hand to your mouth and go, oh my God. So yeah, I didn't have much of a choice. With still a week left, I really didn't want to risk it getting totally broken, because then I'd have a real problem and have to have the tooth pulled. What would be left of it. So anyways, aside from that, I had to cancel out on the tour, but my roommate got to go on it. He loved it, took lots of pictures. He had a great time. Said he got to see the sights and take a Thames cruise that, showed a lot of the Harry Potter movie areas. So he had a good time. I got to go to the dentist. But I can at least tell people that I have British dental work permanently in my mouth. True British dental work. After that, I basically came back to the hotel and did something I haven't done much of for the last few days. Just sit and do nothing. I came back, I ordered some tomato red pepper soup, some onion rings, and a Coke, soft stuff, So I did that, watched an episode of John Oliver, chilled while my roommate was on the tour, and then I got a knock at the door that they were coming to do they wanted to do the, room service. Forget the word escapes me now, where they come in and clean. I said, yeah, sure. I could have stopped them, but I said, that's okay, fine. I was looking for a reason to get out of the room again, so I went down to the bar and talked with a few of the ladies down there and had a couple of drinks. And then my roommate walked in and he joined, and we just chilled there for a bit and then came up here. After that, it got a little more interesting. I went to Twinings, which is the tea shop here in downtown London that the Queen gets her tea from. So I went in, and it was a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Really small. But the varieties of different teas were of the utmost highest quality. I mean, you're paying upwards of about, let's say, I think I saw a few were between £4 and £6. You convert that and you're looking at almost $11 for a box of tea, Canadian. Not many of us would pay that, but it's that once in a lifetime kind of thing. You're never going to get the chance again, and I want to try some of these rare Twinings teas. So I also got some cool diffuser teas from Twinings, where you drop them in the bottle of water and it flavors your water like Twinings, different flavors of tea. I saw stuff there. A lot of the diffuser flavors seem to blend several fruit flavors, like I saw apple, cucumber, and pear, pink grapefruit and orange. So I mean, for a tea in your tea flavor of that nature in your bottled water, that's something to try out. And let's be honest, I'm never going to get this opportunity to pick it up again. So after that, what did we do? We started to walk back. We saw a couple of restaurants that looked good, but by that point, from walking all the way to Twinings, I was kind of all, sweaty, and I just wanted to get back to the hotel, wash up, change, and then we decided to go to the Sherlock Holmes dinner room. It's a restaurant downtown London, and we got there, we went upstairs to the restaurant. already knew we weren't going to get in because the two people in front of us, a nice couple, I was talking to them briefly, they couldn't even get a table for two any time this evening. They said, can we get in at any time? And they said, not today. So I guess it's a I've never heard of it, but I guess it's a highly sought after place to eat. So we were walking down the road and we saw the Ghost Bus Tour. It's a big black double-decker bus. And I thought, you know what? We're in the most haunted city in the world. Let's take a tour. Let's see some of the most haunted sites. So we went in and we paid the guy, reserved our name on the list. The guy said come back at 7:10, 7:15. So we asked a couple of dinner ideas while killing time. He suggested, so we went. Not too far away, we found the Princess of Wales pub. We went upstairs. Quaint little place, perfect. Just what I was looking for. Not too many people. It was like barely 10, maybe 11 tables in the whole joint. It was like about 3 floors off the ground. And imagine maybe half the building. So it was really, really, really tiny. We finally got to have authentic fish and chips. So I'm very happy about that. My roommate had the same thing with a Guinness. The only disappointment was they didn't have a Yorkshire pudding on the menu. But you know what? For what it is, we got to a pub. It was close by to the bus tour. We didn't have to go far afterwards. And it was authentic British pub food. So I was happy. That's another thing off the list. After that, we had to race to the bus because it took a while to get the food to us and eaten and paid. But we got on the bus, took the tour. The bus tour was probably the more disappointing of the batch. Now, it wasn't bad. It was entertaining. I wouldn't necessarily say it was for kids. I wouldn't say it was for adults. It was kind of a family ghost bus tour. They take you around a lot of sites of London for about just close to about an hour and a half. The only big glaring problem I saw was that they went way overboard with the lack of seriousness. There was a lot more joking, and they had someone dress up as a lady investigator on the bus who was joking way too much. And, half the time I couldn't tell if some of his stories were true or not because he wouldn't even tell a full serious paragraph without throwing in a pun or a joke or whatnot. It is what it is. We got to do it. After that, we were walking back towards the hotel and we saw the Pizza Express, which is a very fancy pizzeria another one that we had went to a couple nights ago. So we went to this one and it was an equally excellent experience. We got in. This time we had the Margherita Buffalo Pizza. Basically a very Italian pizza with, tomatoes on it. We threw onions on it. A whole bunch of stuff. And then we followed it up with fresh mint tea and warm sponge lemon cake. It was a really good day. We got to talk to a couple that was going on an adventure. They're from Australia. They took a multi-week cruise from Australia to Southampton and then ventured through India. And finally they made their way up to England. And this older couple was just going on a nice world adventure. And it was great talking to them. They were super friendly. And I'm happy to say we got to make some friends now from Australia. Then at the pizzeria, I started a conversation with this lady sitting 2 tables down from me. She was waiting for her boyfriend who worked at the pizzeria. She was from Italy. So we got into talking, and so we also got to make a friend from Italy. I was very happy to finally chalk off that country because I seemed to be making this little invisible bucket list of meeting people from different countries. So after that, we just walked back to the hotel, and here we are. I'm still kind of disgusting from the long walk, but it was a good walk, and the weather is super nice here. I didn't even need I had a sweater on, like a hoodie, but I didn't even really need to add on the jean jacket this time. They're saying it's going to be like 23 degrees Celsius by the end of the week. That's almost summer weather, so. Anyways, I wanted to get this log out before I wash up and call it a night, but it was a good day. Other than the dentist and a lot of money spent on that, it was a good day. Tomorrow we got planned, I don't know how it's going to go, but we've got planned the Chislehurst Caves in Kent. If you don't know what that is, back in 1666 there was the Great Fire of London, and it destroyed a lot of buildings, a lot of structures. They dug out caves underneath the town of Kent for a whopping crapload of chalk. They needed chalk to rebuild and repair a lot of the structures. So now they have hundreds of thousands of miles of caverns under there. Yes, they are reputedly haunted. I won't go into the whole Chislehurst challenge. You can look that one up if you're interested, but it's got a pretty frightening and pretty believable conclusion. Probably why they only do very guided tours during the day now. But anyways, we're going to get some lanterns and go into that tomorrow with a tour guide, and after that we're planning to go to the Tower of London after. Hopefully there's enough time. I heard there's long lineups there, and I've heard upwards of 3-4 hours. So most of those city-run places like Windsor Castle, Tower of London, they all close at like 4 p.m. So we kind of gotta hustle a bit. But anyways, that's what's planned for tomorrow. Not sure about Wednesday. I think we kind of aiming at Churchill's bunker. I'm hoping to get to that. And then some final shopping, stuff like that. Anyway, wrapping this up. Have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching. And here's hoping for a safe time. On that note, I just want to add in, we found out a couple of hours ago that the Notre Dame Cathedral burned down. I'm not sure if burned down is a proper word. We've heard various things like the spire on top caught fire. Now CNN is reporting that it's going to be gutted. I'm not sure if they're referring to the entire cathedral, but it kind of looks like reports I'm looking up continually are pointing towards gutting it, which is sad because it's an 850-year-old cathedral, and the funny thing was, it was on our list of things to see when we get to Paris. So we were probably this coming weekend going to go and visit it. Now that's not going to happen. Creepy coincidence, unfortunate coincidence. A piece of history is now completely destroyed in Paris. So anyways, on that tragic, sad note, I'm going to sign off. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you at the next video.